Good morning and welcome to WWDC. So let's get started by sending it over to Craig.
Let's talk about iOS, all new lock screen. Now, if I just press and hold, I can personalize it further. I'll just tap customize and now I'm in the editor. I can simply swipe to try out different styles that automatically change the color filter, the background, and the font for the time. I can audition different typefaces and choose from different colors and tap in to bring up the widget gallery. The temperature, my activity rings, and let's drag in the calendar widget. Let's create another. I can bring up our brand new wallpaper gallery, which showcases a bunch of options for inspiration. With Photo Shuffle, I can choose a set of photos to shuffle throughout the day. It's amazing the range you can create. Notifications now roll in from the bottom of the lock screen as you receive them, and you can choose to hide them throughout the day with extending focus to your lock screen. This means your choice of a photo and widgets can all be tied to a particular focus. For messages, because now you can edit any message you just sent. Second, now you have undo send. And finally, you can now mark any thread as unread.
And this year, we have a new feature that takes image understanding further. Now, when you touch and hold on the subject of an image, you can lift it away from the background and place it in apps like Messages.
Many people share passwords and access to their devices with their partner. However, in abusive relationships, this can threaten personal safety and make it harder for victims to get help. Safety Check stops sharing your location with others via Find My and resets the system privacy permissions for all apps. It also protects access to your messages by helping you sign out of iCloud on all your other devices and restricts messages in FaceTime to the device in your hand.
Matter enables smart home accessories to work together across platforms. We also completely redesigned how you navigate, organize, and view accessories to make it easier to control your smart home.
We've been working with automakers to reinvent the in-car experience. This next generation of CarPlay provides content for all the driver's screens, giving an experience that is unified and consistent. Deep integration with the car's hardware lets you tune your car's radio or change your temperature without ever leaving the CarPlay experience.
Let's talk about watchOS, and we're adding 4 new watch faces for you to choose from. watchOS 9 also introduces a refreshed Siri UI and new banner notifications.
So in watchOS 9, the Medications app makes it easy for you to discreetly and conveniently track your medications, vitamins, and supplements anytime. You can log medications that you might take occasionally, like cefuroxime for allergies, and you can receive notifications for medications that you need to take regularly.
Introducing M2.
M2 starts the second generation of M-series chips and goes beyond the remarkable features of M1. M2 is built using an enhanced second-generation 5nm technology and features over 20 billion transistors, 100 GB per second of unified memory bandwidth. So for M2, we've enabled up to 24 GB of unified memory. M2 features our next-generation CPU with advancements in both the performance and efficiency cores. The performance cores are faster and feature a larger cache, and the efficiency cores have been significantly enhanced for even greater performance gains. When we look at the multi-core CPU performance of M2 compared to M1, it delivers 18% greater performance. And compared to the latest 10-core PC laptop chip, the CPU in M2 delivers nearly 2 times faster performance at the same power level. M2 delivers nearly 90% of the peak performance of the 12-core chip while using just a quarter of the power. M2 also features our next-generation GPU, which now has up to 10 cores. That's 2 more than M1. M2 delivers up to 25% higher graphics performance at the same power level as M1 and up to 35% higher performance at its max. The neural engine in M2 can process up to 15.8 trillion operations per second. That's over 40% more than M1. It also has our next-generation media engine, including a higher bandwidth video decoder that supports 8K H.264 and HEVC video. And M2 features our powerful ProRes video engine for hardware-accelerated encode and decode. But that's M2.
The new MacBook Air takes everything our users love about the Air to the next level. The new Air is just 11.3 millimeters thin, and it's only 2.7 pounds. MacBook Air now comes in 4 finishes: silver, space gray, a gorgeous starlight, and a stunning midnight. And yes, MagSafe is back. There's also an audio jack with support for high impedance headphones. We expanded the display closer to the sides and up around the camera to make room for the menu bar. The result is a larger 13.6-inch display with much thinner borders. It's also 25% brighter than before, and MacBook Air now supports 1 billion colors. So MacBook Air features a new 1080p camera, a 3-mic array, and there's a 4-speaker sound system that produces amazing stereo separation and vocal clarity. The Magic Keyboard features a full height function row with Touch ID, and when it comes to performance, is up to 20% faster than before. Editing complex timelines in Final Cut Pro, performance is nearly 40% faster than the previous Air, with up to 18 hours of video playback.
The all-new MacBook Air starts at $1199. The 13-inch MacBook Pro, with a faster 8-core CPU and 10-core GPU, working with raw images and apps like Affinity Photo, is nearly 40% faster than the previous generation. With an active cooling system, the MacBook Pro is designed to sustain its Pro performance. MacBook Pro also delivers phenomenal battery life, with up to 20 hours of video playback. So that's the powerful 13-inch MacBook Pro. 13-inch MacBook Pro starts at $1299.
In beautiful Ventura, Stage Manager. Let's activate Stage Manager. As you see, it automatically arranges all my windows for me off to the side. I can cycle through them just by clicking. I'm working on this Final Cut project, and I want to pull in a couple of files. With just a click on my desktop, grab these title graphics and drag, and boom. And now, with Continuity Camera, you can use iPhone as your webcam. You can see my Mac automatically detects my iPhone and uses it as the camera. I don't even have to wake up my iPhone. This all works wirelessly, so there's nothing to plug in. This year, in iPadOS 16, we're also bringing weather to iPad with collaboration. Stage Manager that you just saw in macOS to iPadOS. For the first time on iPad, I can work with overlapping windows. I'm gonna drag Messages alongside Calendar here. And Stage Manager automatically moves Calendar gently off to the side as I bring it to the stage. When I plug my iPad into an external display, and I can move my cursor to it from my iPad, and that's iPadOS 16.
Thank you for joining us, and let's have a great WWDC.